So this was me a year ago talking about the CELTA course, and today I want to give you an update because I got so many questions. Hi and welcome back or welcome to my channel. I'm Paulina. I teach English, I teach Italian, and I also create content about it. When I was looking at the video, I felt so inexperienced and young and little. I can tell you definitely more. CELTA is a course you take when you want to learn how to teach other people. And my motivation was up the roof. I couldn't wait to start. It is an expensive course. You have to pay some money. Spoiler alert, it's well deserved. At least my experience was brilliant. In hindsight, it helped me to get a job quite soon after I got the certificate. I can show you. One of the most frequent questions I get is, where can you get the CELTA? And there are different types, different ways to get it. I took it with International House and they offer a full online course. So I didn't have to go anywhere. I completed everything online and I would definitely go back to doing it full online because it was so interesting. Remotely, I got to save up so much time. I had to go only to get the certificate. And it was quite far, so if I had to go every single day, that would have been hard, honestly. Woo! The certificate in teaching English to speakers of other languages, so the CELTA, is an initial teacher training course. Initial. And this is answering a question which you'll hear soon. And it has 200 guided learning hours, including 6 hours of teaching practice. And then there are different components, different assessment criteria. You have different grades of award, so you can get a pass, pass B or pass A. This is such a rewarding experience. It wasn't a long period of time. This took me like 5 weeks. I felt like I graduated again. Like 3 years of university where, 3 years maybe no, but a year of university, like worth of work into this, seriously. Is it an online course? So I took the online version of it. Woke up every day early. I spent the whole morning and the whole afternoon with the other trainees, with our tutors, and we were always online all the time. And we had a short break and we could have lunch, we could run some errands like very quickly. And then in the evening, there was a lot of studying and repeat for 5 weeks. It was so immersive. And this is the intense version. So maybe you have a job. I was unemployed back then, so I really devoted all the time and all my focus into that. I went full immersion. You can also be, for example, employed somewhere. You have a job, you already teach. And if that's your experience, then you might want to take something a bit softer and lighter, because this one is seriously, in my opinion, it's unsustainable if you're working, or you could seriously burn out. You risk burning out so easily. Were you a teacher before? No, I was not a teacher. I had some experience in tutoring. For example, a cousin, a friend, a neighbor. So I was like used to the approach of one-to-one tutoring, but no teaching. Never taught a classroom. I've never actually been in charge of teaching something. And I had some experience in teaching sushi, flanking. I was flanking people who were learning, but never teaching. Did you have any prior teaching experience or education? So no, I didn't have any education. My background is in business and administration. Only these experiences which were like real life experiences, nothing theoretical. And that's also why I decided to take this course. I wanted something to be super specific. I wanted to feel prepared. When you have no experience, you have no clue of what's going to happen. I wanted that kind of preparation. That's why I took the course. Unfortunately, probably if I had had any kind of experience, prior experience, I would have probably neglected this course. I would have not taken it. Like, of course, it's an assumption. I have no clue now. And I had in my course some teachers who already had some experience. And it's very difficult to rewrite your habits, to go back and start with a clean slate, starting brand new. You have to take some time and efforts. And this happened with me with swimming. I learned how to swim seriously so casually. It was ridiculous. I had no technique, no style, nothing. I was just swimming, moving my hands and my legs. And when I started to actually take swimming classes, I had to eliminate all that I knew. I had to reset my brain. And this is very difficult to do. So yes, I absolutely recommend this course. If you're a total beginner, if you're an experienced teacher, it can be difficult, but absolutely doable anyway. I saw the other trainees, my peers were amazing, and they only had to make that effort of, okay, I can't do that, I should do that. I have to eliminate this bad habit. So yeah, I survived the CELTA course. I'm so happy. It was very consuming and insane. And I'm also proud of you because yes, it is consuming and insane. I remember I was always reading, studying, writing all the time. It was so bonkers. I was looking for relatively recent types of feedback on this course because I'd really like to become an English teacher, both for adults and children. I'm 28, about to graduate with a bachelor in early childhood education in Italy after having worked as a nanny and English tutor full time. So we have some experience, which is cool, super cool. After being quite confused for some time and still working but part-time as a tutor, I have enough money to invest in this course. You need money. You need money for this course. I have saved up quite a lot before getting this course. I had to think about it thoroughly. And that's also why I want to make this video, because I know it's expensive. No, I'm not stingy, but it's money. And money is valuable, so I understand. I'm quite nervous since I'm not exactly fresh out of high school, but your video really gave me the boost I needed to confirm my decision. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for all the details. I am a native speaker and would like to formalize my English. Okay. Here, what I can suggest, what I can say is I'm not an English native speaker. I want to connect this question with this other one. Do I have to take any other exam before the CELTA course? Is it any level of English that can do the course, or should I prepare to improve my English first and then take the course? So I want to create two categories here. We have native speakers, and then we have the level situation. Starting with native speakers, I understood when I started to teach Italian, I'm an Italian native speaker, I need to do some research and I need some basis before teaching this to another person. Because when you're a native speaker, some things come to you naturally. When you acquire a language, it means that you grow up, you listen to your parents, and as a child, you trial and error. You continue developing, you continue growing, and you also develop your ability to speak. It's not the same as learning another language. And teaching it, I promise you take any native speaker and the abilities of teaching the language can vary so much, because it's not only about knowing the language, it's also about your soft skills, your intrinsic ability to explain something, to know and understand what are some possible biases, misconceptions, mistakes, difficulties that your students will find and will encounter. Being a native speaker is a great starting point because you, of course, know the language. With the CELTA, you actually take a lot of formal kind of practice when it comes to syntax, grammar, all the different skills implied in a language. You learn about these. I had some knowledge about these because at university I studied linguistics, so for me it was easier. If you're a native speaker and you approach this world, it will be a lot of theory for you. I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot of theory in my opinion, but it's necessary because if you want to teach, it's not only about knowing the language, but knowing how to actually teach the language. And these are two different things, definitely different things. Do you know when you have those teachers who are super skilled, super brilliant, they know everything about their subject, and you see and you're like, wow, they know everything. But their ability to explain, their ability to convey what's the thing you should know, their ability to give you the same kind of knowledge, or at least a proper kind of knowledge, they're not equivalent quite often. There are so many different things you need before becoming a teacher, and it's something that you continue working on. I have never stopped learning this year, never stopped studying, learning about my job and improving every day, and with experience you also see it. It's necessary. You're never finished with studying. Second thing, of course, when you want to teach something, you should have some kind of expertise. So I would never say to somebody who is a B1 or B2 level, okay, go ahead and teach English. I would at least consider a C1 before teaching. Now I also have students who are actually trying to get a C1. So how could I teach how to get a C1, how to pass a C1 exam if I don't have that kind of knowledge? It's impossible. It's ridiculous. I also remember taking a test with somebody who was a Cambridge trainer and a Cambridge tutor, and we had a very short conversation. We spoke together, and there is some kind of assessment before it. Below a C1, it could be extremely difficult. They had another question on Instagram. I can tell you I got my job thanks to different people I knew, thanks to the course. But of course, having a CELTA is extremely beneficial. I quite often have a look at LinkedIn and job descriptions. If you want to teach, a TEFL or a CELTA are quite often required. And I can say that this course gave me the preparation that now I can say I'm using every single day. Of course, you can't take everything just like in the course and apply it to real life. There are different contexts. But I have used so much of that knowledge. It came in handy in so many different situations. And it probably allowed me to avoid mistakes with students, misunderstandings. I hope it made my teaching also more effective. I don't want to take the credits for this because I'm very critical when it comes to myself, but I am honestly so proud of this course. And if I could go back, I would do it again. I now also understand some tasks, which during the CELTA felt kind of abstract. Now that I'm not starting from zero, I understand why there were some exercises. I am not sponsored, not endorsed. I have no affiliate links with this. I just want to talk about this experience because it has changed my life, because of course now I have a different job. Don't feel satisfied. I mean, it's rewarding, enjoy your CELTA, you get the degree, but with the experience you get, you learn also so much. Whenever I teach, I'm also the student, to be honest. And I hope this video could be helpful if you are deciding if you want to take the CELTA or not. This is of course my personal experience. There might be people who had a different kind of experience. If you took the CELTA, let me know down below how you feel about it, and I will see you soon with a new video of mine. Bye!